Hey guys, welcome back to another video. On this one we're back on the my alt account, the 1-star army, and this one is a video that I wanted to do for a while. I wanted to showcase some of the 1-stars that I've found in the game that I've really found interesting. Not saying they're the best creatures, not saying go out and build them. This is more just a fun video of the monsters that I have been building on this account, and just something for you guys if you're just curious about playing the game and you want to try something different. Just jump into the menagerie and have a look through the 1-star monsters. Let me know if you guys find any other cool ones to try. But these are going to be the main ones that I've been using, and some of them I think have some really good potential. So this first guy is the Thunder Silverback, and I'm in the middle of skilling him up, so he's not max skilled yet. He is 5-starred, but I just need to get this second skill maxed out. I've got the third and first done, but the awesome thing about this guy is, my idea was, because I wanted to use 1-stars on this account just to have a bit of fun, the idea was that, especially now after they nerfed the HP and defense of enemies in the waves of the dungeons, I thought he might be able to power through the waves pretty quick, because even though poisons are your main source of damage, I thought this guy, he has a self, speed and attack buff with a turn bar fill for 3 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. So basically, if his AI works like efficiently, he'll be basically buffing this before it runs out, so he'll never lose the speed buff or the attack buff. And then his second attack has an armor break, but it also has a speed slow, and they both skill up to be 2 turns, and that's only on a 3-turn cooldown, which is awesome. This first skill can evolve into what I got, which is the Drain, but the better one I feel is the inflicts great damage, so it has a 1.5 multiplier. But basically the way it'll end up going when he's max skilled is that he'll use this one, use his third skill, followed by his second skill to reduce the speed and defense. And the defense break is handy on the boss of Wrath as well, because obviously it gets you damage through quicker, and the speed slow is another very important effect to have. And then after he uses that, he'd be using his first skill, and by the time he uses that first skill, the third skill will be off cooldown again, and then the second skill will be off cooldown again. So he'll just rotate through them one at a time if he's playing efficiently, and it's a good little rotation. Gives you 100% uptime of an attack buff and speed buff, which means he'll be moving quick enough that you'll have 100% uptime of the defense break and the speed slow, but it's only a 40% chance for that speed slow, so that's not guaranteed. But still, for a 1-star, very solid. I've got his stats up here on MMEG farm. So his base HP at 5-star is 6,783, which is really good. It's puts him in the percentage range. His attack is 1,528, which is really high. That's higher than a fair few of the Nat 4s, which is amazing. But his real letdown is his defense, which is only 294. So defense is very squishy, but yeah, I'm still, like I said, I've 5-starred him, so I'm still real keen to test him out, and I will put some good glyphs on him and test him out. On this account, I have sort of given up on the idea of being able to do it with all 1-stars. I'm doing Wrath 9 at the moment, but it's mainly due to this Silver Knight. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up some other monsters, get to Wrath 10, get some better glyphs, and then be able to test these guys properly, because that's what this account's for me, is to test just different units, and just basically lets me use resources in other places that I can't on my main account, and lets me test other things for you guys. So he's a really solid unit. I really like the look of him. His evolution is into speed, so he gets a 78 base speed, which isn't too bad either. So yeah, I've just got mine on Life Steal and Haste, and I'm very early game, so I got very beginning glyphs. So he's not amazing yet, but like I said, he will be getting better, and I will keep testing him. The next one that I built, this guy I actually max skilled. He's got an insane second skill, but I had to max out my my third and first skill before I got the 1 skill up into this one, and it's a crazy skill. It's 2 poisons for 2 turns on a 2-turn cooldown. I think that's about the same uptime of poisons as the Wind Felicor, but I think his is a 3 turns cooldown or something like that. Don't quote me. I'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, it's an amazing poison skill, this one, and like my dream would have been if this guy was a wind unit, because if he was a wind unit, obviously he doesn't get an evolution on his first skill, but his third skill is only a 30% chance, but it's still a beneficial block. So this guy, if he was wind, he would have had, for the Wrath Dungeon early game, the 2 poisons and then the beneficial block on top of that. And so I did still build him, and I thought, why not? I'll just try him in the Wrath Dungeon anyway. But yeah, I've just found him a bit too squishy. His base stats are actually really decent. So his HP is 6,433. This is a 5-star. And his defense is 501. So his defense isn't quite into that percentage range, but it's not that miserable of a defense. So he's actually quite tanky for one of these sort of token 1-star units. So, and that skill, I'm hoping at some stage there might be a an Earth Boss dungeon come in, something like that, something susceptible to poisons where this guy can really shine. Or maybe they introduce targeting of bosses, so you could team this guy up with something like a water tree, both with the 2-turn cooldowns, and so basically every second turn he could be applying these poisons and the tree could be bursting him. Just something like that, but it's just such a good skill, and I'm just hoping that there's something in the game that comes that makes him actually a viable and optimal option for something. But obviously that's a pipe dream. It's just a cool unit that I found, and I'm really enjoying that mechanic. But like I said, he's a bit too squishy for Wrath at the moment with the glyphs that I have. The next one I want to look at is this Tempest Elemental. And when I was looking into 1-stars, obviously I was going to need a beneficial block. And another massive thing is the attack break for the boss in the Wrath Dungeon. And this guy I thought was going to be amazing for it, because this second skill, if we go to skill ups, it's actually 100% uptime of a attack break, because it's a 2-turn attack break on a 2-turn cooldown at max skill, which is amazing. And then his third skill gets a cooldown reduction, which becomes the standard 2-turn beneficial block on a 3-turn cooldown. So I was really excited about building this guy. The other awesome thing about him was the attacks an enemy, and he has a chance of increasing the duration of his own beneficial effects, which then it also affects regenerate heals, obviously the defense buffs and stuff like that, which would have been awesome. But his one big downfall was his base stats. So his base stats at 5-star is 6,183 HP. So that's not bad HP. It's just above the line to want percentage, but it's not crazy high. And then his base defense is only that 273. So I still think he could be really useful, but if only he had that higher defense, which made him easier to glyph, because it sort of puts him out of the realms of being a good early game monster, which is where you would use him, because that defense is just pretty much trash. So really disappointed in those stats, because his kit looked really nice, but he's just another cool unit with a good kit, just things that synergize well. But yeah, just unfortunately those base stats weren't quite there. The next one I wanted to look at was, if I can find him, this Lizardman Archer. Now I haven't built him. I probably won't build him for a long time. Now that I've seen the multipliers, I'm not too impressed with it as I was when I first saw it, because I'm pretty sure this guy and the Earth Diva are the only 2 monsters in the game, I could be wrong, with damage based on enemies' defense. So obviously this would depend on the defense of the bosses, all that sort of thing. I'm not sure if it would be affected by armor break and all that. So this is just got a guy that, once I get better glyphs on this account and have more monsters to 5-star, I'll probably end up doing him just for the sake of it, just to test the damage. But on MMEG farm, it says he only scales off 1 times the enemy's defense, whereas the Diva is I think 2 times the enemy's defense. So it'd be interesting to see. Like, he hasn't got the greatest base stats attacking wise. Obviously he's actually got really tanky HP, so his base HP is 6,794 and his defense is 543. So very tanky base stats defense wise, but his base attack is only 861, so he's not too amazing in that sense. But he does also have the armor break, so I'm not too sure whether that's going to counteract his third skill by reducing the armor, or whether it's based on the maximum defense of the unit. So remains to be seen, but that's just another one I'll be testing. And then the final unit I actually wanted to look at is this guy. And this is one of those other units that I haven't quite found a use for, but I just thought he has a very interesting skill here. So when we look at his second skill, it's actually the highest uptime attack buff I've found in the game so far. I could have missed something, but at max skills, it becomes a 3-turn attack buff on a 3-turn cooldown. So that's pretty much 100% uptime for himself, close to 100% uptime for his allies. So I don't know where it could come in use. Not too many spots that I can think of right now, but if there's something in the future where you just need that real high uptime attack buff, this could be it. I'm thinking even in some speed runs where you want a good attack buffer. Obviously you got other good options like the Fire Nymph and stuff like that because she brings the heal. But the other thing is that, which isn't too bad on him as well, is that he brings this attack break as well, inflicting great damage, but the damage isn't really what he'd be there for, but it's extra support. 80% chance is fairly decent for a 1-star to apply an effect. And it becomes a 2-turn attack break on a 4-turn cooldown, which isn't bad either. But yeah, just that attack buff, having the highest uptime in the game, and it's only on a 1-star, I just found that very interesting. And yeah, I'm hoping I find a reason to actually have to build him and test him out. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on where this account's at, and it looks like we've got some special offers here. But yeah, so the account's going pretty slowly. I don't play it that much. It's just sort of here and there, jump on and do what I can. But it was getting a bit tedious trying to do it all with 1-stars, and sort of I lost a bit of motivation, and I've been focusing more on my main account. So that's why I thought I'll build up my Waterbird, my Wind Unicorn, get myself to farming Wrath 10 just so it's a bit quicker and easier, and then I will be experimenting with a bunch of different monsters. As you can see, I've already pulled 3 Nat 4s here. I've got the Fire Giant, the Wind Jackal, and the Wind Faceless. So some cool units there that I'd love to test. So yeah, I just need the glyphs, and then obviously once I do get this account farming Wrath 10, it'll be easier to keep playing it, and I will just keep building experiment monsters. Basically, I won't care about my arena rating, anything like that. So it'll just be, well, I might even just do votes on what monster you guys want me to build, and no matter how silly it seems, I'll just build it anyway. But thanks for watching another video, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks.